Halloween is almost here, and over the next 12 days of this series, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the most powerful spirit communication techniques that each and every one of you can use. Whether you are new coming into this and you just want to dibble and dabble in the world of paranormal and to see if it's there, it is when it's done correctly, mark my words. Or you are somebody who is experienced and you just want to try and strengthen your bond and make this Halloween special to you. We've also got you covered. It's worth knowing as the series progresses, each and every one of these videos are going to become more sophisticated. I'm also going to be showing you some in real life footage of some of the investigations that I've done using some of the apparatus that's going to be mentioned. I'm going to be showing you different forms of ITC. I'm going to show you some very, very basic and primitive ways of communicating with the spirit world. And to round all of this series off, what are we going to do? Drum roll, please. Yes, we are going to be doing a paranormal tour. You will find for each and every one of you who live in the United Kingdom at 8 PM UK time, we are going to be releasing a paranormal video. This is going to be an amalgamation of some of the different practices that you have learned along this series. If you're watching this at a very different time, then you'll still go to find it, but it might not be on Halloween. And for those of you who live in different countries, I know it's going to be a little bit difficult for you. You might just have to get ready and check what the UK time is going to be, because it's not going to be a scheduled video. It's just going to go live at 8 PM UK time. Anyway, let's get into the video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Psychic Medium Jordan Coburn, and I can prove with evidence of the afterlife. I've helped thousands of people on this earth plane to once again be able to reach out and contact their loved ones in spirit from the understandings and the teachings, and now it's your turn. Each and every one of you, my friends, can become great mediums, and here at Help Heal Serve, we can give you the very foundations to forge your own unique understanding. Not to mention, we have the loving and supporting Help Heal Serve family. Also, I'd like to say a big massive thank you to each and every one of the channel members. I can't believe how many members we have now. It's just completely skyrocketed. Each and every one of you, don't forget, we have the classrooms, which is dedicated for the members for your learning. You can come and ask questions. You can come and interact with one another in a safe place. These are hosted on a platform called Zoom, and you will find a link. All members will find a link every Wednesday in the community post for members. The class is on the Thursday. For those of you who can't make it, don't worry, because it is recorded and it goes out as a separate video. I would like to say a big massive thank you to every one of you channel members. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing us into your world to give you the teaching and to help you along your divine spiritual path. Thank you to everyone who likes the content, who shares the content far and wide. And thank you to everyone who hates us for the people that we are, because you still watch our content. You still watch from behind the scenes because you know that we are the ones who are changing things. We are the ones who are going to help you to become the best version of yourself, whether you like me or not. 10 days to go, my friends, until Halloween is finally here, when the veil becomes finished and the spirit will come through the veil and the... Nah, none of that. What is psychometry, and how are you going to use it to be able to communicate with the spirit world? There's many different ways of using psychometry, but in this episode, I think what's going to be easier and better to do is it's all about intent. And it doesn't matter what way you look at it. When it comes into any sort of spirit communication, there's always an element to intent. What people don't realize is intent is key to any spirit communication taking place. You've got to initiate the communication, and that's how you use your intent. When it comes to psychometry, instead of effectively putting a thought out to the spirit world saying that you want to communicate with this person, what we are effectively doing is we are bypassing that. We are bypassing it because we have a photograph. We have an item that they once loved. And I'm going to use this as an example. So I've got Scarlet here, that's a crystal ball. This crystal ball has a frequency, it has an energy that it gives off, a resonance, which is very unique to the crystal ball. It's got nothing to do with the material, it's got nothing to do whether it's glass, whether it's diamante, whether it's any of these different things. Forget about all of that. But think of this as being an item which gives off a specific frequency. Energy, if I was to pass over, and at some point I will, and someone was to pick this up, then what can happen is this item I will be able to come back to it. I will be able to channel through it. Not because I'm attached to the item. This is where a lot of people get very confused when it comes into psychometry and attachments. Items are not haunted. Whilst people like the idea of there being haunted items, the item itself is just an item. It's a materialistic item. It holds nothing at all that is going to be attachments from the spirit world or the realms. It has nothing. What it has is a frequency that the spirit world enjoy or the realms enjoy. So, for example, I have items that the realms will use. And for those of you who don't know, we refer to the realms on this channel as being, well, you call them demons. I don't call them that because I don't need to give them mankind's name tags. I have a good understanding of the energy that I work with. And they will only go to specific items with specific frequencies. And for myself, I feel different charges coming from items, so I know exactly what they're going to like. So we've got a doll that we use, Ella, which is absolutely awesome. The realms will go to Ella and you'll see I've got footage of Ella's head moving, I've got her arms moving, I've got her eyes blinking. It's got no electronic components in it at all. It's just an old doll, but they like to use that doll. I've also got another doll, Ava Marie, which is very different. It gives off a very different resonance. Therefore, when the spirit world go to Ava, the realms don't. Even though the realms could if they wanted to, and the spirit world could, there isn't a kind of a clear-cut divide. They'll only go to this. What there is, though, is there is a kind of a necessity to them to go to a specific item. It's very, very rare that you'll see them jumping around different. So when you see things where, for example, like Annabelle, Conjuring, Robert the Doll, all of these depict the realms, or all mankind's depictions of the realms, except they've had entertainment thrown into the mix. Can the realms move things? 100%. Will the realms move things? Pretty much all of the time. Are they going to kill you? Definitely not. 100% they're not. That's just ludicrous. That's just some of the mankind's notions and theories that have been put there from entertainment. And you've got to ask yourself the question, why is entertainment there? It's there to entertain. If it was there to tell the truth, you're not going to be entertained. You're not going to watch on. You're not going to continue to watch the TV show. So they make it a little bit, they elaborate on some of the truths. When it comes to the spirit world, will they move things? Will they do things? Of course they will. Both the realms and the spirit world can. And liken it to psychometry. You can call upon, when I say call upon, you've got to stay away from rituals and all of that nonsense. Mankind believe that you can do different sorts of cult-like worshipping. You can do all of these different things, and you're going to summon energy, and you're going to summon. Mankind do not have the abilities to summon any energy at all. What you have is a connection which will allow you to work side by side with energy, but that's not on your terms. The spirit world and the realms will choose to work with you when it is the right time. If it is right for their message, and if it is right for your message. You see all of these people, right, who will get some sort of item that was used once before in a horrific attack, and they'll be like, this has their energy, this is now, I'm summoning them because I'm holding it. You're not at all. You can read the energy from it, yes, you can, because the spirit world will come to the item for you, but the person is not attached to that item because they've carried out heinous crimes, is the point that I'm trying to make. Whilst the spirit world and evidence will come forward, it's on their terms. To every one of you who do like sort of rituals and you try and open portals and you try and do all of these different things, listen, it's not going to happen. You've got to understand with the ideology of portals, the spirit world are already here. So therefore, and the realms are already here. They already live amongst us. So in terms of making a portal for them to come through, they're already here. So you can't make a portal. You don't have portals. It's a common misconception. Again, it comes from entertainment. Sounds cool, looks cool, but it's not true. Psychometry can be used by each and every one of you to use the resonance from the item to, again, and use it's effectively bypassing your initial intent because you are using the item as intent. And what's going to happen is you are going to hold the item for this. Remember, we're going to pretend that I'm not here. And if somebody was to pick up this item and they were to just close their eyes and they would start allowing the spirit world to use their extrasensory perceptions and their clair abilities to start seeing the person who once owned this, to start, maybe they might start speaking like a Geordie, or if they're channeling energy, they might start speaking like I would, or all of these different things. Most of you, let's be completely honest, most of you are going to take a photograph, and all you need to do is put time aside. In this moment, what you need to do is to effectively tell yourself that it's all right for the spirit world to come through. Tell yourself that you're not scared. You've got plenty of videos on this channel if you want to try it, to gain an understanding so you aren't going to be scared. And you're simply going to allow the spirit world to come through using the item. Not using your intent, just using the item. The item is the trigger here. The item is what is going to trigger the emotional response within you for the spirit world to start using your clair abilities. So that's psychometry. As you can see, it's not really complex. People make it out to be really, really difficult, and it's simply not. It's very, very basic. You're going to pick something up. This person, the thing that you pick up, you're going to start reading the energy of the person who once owned it, the person who once carried it around with them. It could be a pocket watch, it could be a ring, it could be many different things. Each and every item do not have attachments. You've got to understand at the beginning of this, they do not have attachments. They give off a resonance which the spirit world or the realms will go to. Therefore, if it's evidential purposes, then the chances are then a ring, the spirit world are going to come through and they are going to speak and communicate on behalf of the person who once owned that ring. Or you might even have the individual come forward as per their evidence. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comment section if you're going to be trying psychometry. Also, remember to stay tuned for episode number 3. If you did enjoy this, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And until the next time, bye-bye for now.